Dan with Bailey's here in Woodland, California. We're a logging related company, and we needed some service done here for our knife grinders. We have 3 of them, and we had some electrical issues going on. We run these machines every day, and we came in one morning, and this particular one, we had a power surge, and it appears that it wiped out the SD card on the PLC. So we had quite a few electricians out here, and I'm not an electrician myself, so I was just reaching out for help. We did have a lot of local companies come in, and some out of the surrounding areas. I probably had 6 or 7 guys out here that weren't able to figure out what was going on. Finally got recommended to Wisecarver, and they were able to get us up and going. These guys were able to get in touch with the original manufacturer. It was a challenge getting some of the, schematics and stuff to them, but they were able to do it and basically get us back running again.
I'm Justin McKenzie with Wisecarver Automation. I'm one of the control systems engineers that we have on site. I was able to come out here to Bailey's in Woodland to help Dan get their system back online. So this is the main PLC enclosure for one of their blade grinding systems. They've got a few of them on site here. This is the main PLC, which has all of the brains, all of the control program for the system. This is what was the main cause of the issue during our initial visits for them. So after quite a bit of troubleshooting, we were able to track the system down to what amounts to a blank SD card. During some type of power surge or power failure, the memory card on this system was completely wiped clean. Because it's a pretty old system, it was challenging to get them back online and operational, but after quite a bit of back and forth with the original manufacturer of the system, with the Siemens representatives overseas in Germany, we were able to get our hands on the original program for the system, and by using a little bit of backdoor magic, we got the system uploaded and back fully operational for them. So after we got them back online for that first issue, we came back and had to troubleshoot an electrical issue with the system. Sometimes it would run for the majority of a day without any issues. Sometimes they would only get a single cycle before the system completely stopped. They were completely unable to figure out what that issue was with their system, so they asked us to come back out and take a look at it. This was an electrical issue, not a communications issue, so it took quite a bit of troubleshooting. We had to go through each one of those connections that you saw inside of that main PLC enclosure. Eventually, by testing those one at a time, we were able to isolate the problem to an issue with the 24-volt communication system. So one of those input signals was the result of that intermittent shutdown. Finally was able to track it down to a problem with the remote enclosure, which is this part of the system over here. So this remote enclosure right here is the main I/O distribution for the gantry that moves back and forth to perform the grinding operation. By tracing effectively each one of these contacts, we were able to trace the issue down to these 3 wires right here. Basically, at some point within the last 10 years, a technician had been out here to perform some maintenance on the system, and when they buttoned up that enclosure, they pinched some of the I/O cables with the exterior of that enclosure. So after years and years of the system running back and forth, it was able to slowly wear through the insulation, causing an intermittent short. Once that was tracked down, we were able to insulate those wires a little bit better, get the system buttoned up, and put back together for them. And after speaking with Dan earlier today, this system has now been in operation for the last 5-6 months, operating 24 hours a day, non-stop, with no further issues.